Still waters drown weak men. I'm not calm because I'm passive. I'm calm because I've already decided the outcome. You confuse loud men for leaders, but the most dangerous men in the room don't speak. They execute. And if you're tired of proving the power you don't have yet, download the Unruly Blueprint and start moving like a man whose presence speaks louder than his emotions. Let's get right into it today. Stillness equals power. When we're going through this, I want you to assess your own self. Before we go down deep into the pits of the issues that are within modern men and maybe within you more than likely, I want you to assess yourself this entire time. So everything that's being said, think about it and place it on your life. Put the microscope on your life and see, does this fit my life? What I'm hearing, is this calling out parts of me that riles up an emotion because I'm being triggered? If you're being triggered, that means there's a part of this video that is speaking directly towards the thing that you need to fix. Get off to the right foot. Men mistake peace for passivity. You were taught that being calm equals weakness. You were also taught that loud equals strong. And you can see it play out in society today. Society rewards the folk that are loud because they make them look like leaders. That's not how leaders look, that's not how leadership works. So if I'm a man that's sovereign within my own peaceful, lawful structure, I'm going to walk around understanding this world in the way that I view it and how I can dominate within it. I don't need to express with emotions and flaring out and telling people about, ooh, I should be looked at. No, more than likely, I really don't want to be looked at. I don't want you to know I have all the power. I don't want you to see me coming, because when I'm actually coming for a lethal threat, I don't want you to know I'm coming. That's where you have to start to retrain your mind as a man. When you become sovereign, you become powerful within your own stance and your own footing within society and in this realm. And when you become that powerful, there's no chaos in your life. Your life looks very boring, and you've heard me speak about this before. Your life is very boring. And a lot of times, peace is boring to the chaotic man. Your peace is going to look like you're weak because you don't need to do anything but sit and watch and observe, because your structures are in place. So there's no need to flare out. There's no need to let your emotions get the best of you, because you have a structured system, like we said before, thoughts, emotions, actions into reality. When those emotions come, they go through your lawful structure, and you have the masculine energy to stay disciplined and execute. So therefore, I don't need to tell the world, rah, 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 look at me, you should worship me, you should give me attention. Fuck no. But if, and at any time, you want to test my structure and see how powerful and ruthless it can be with zero emotion, I will enforce wrath onto your life. But you will always come back to center, because like we said before, the pendulum swing is a thing. So if energy is always moving, you always want the pendulum to move in the direction that forwards you, not degrades you. Because what happens, and a lot of you have to understand this one point, your ego within your masculine power is going to make you want to flare out, showcase your power, tell people about how powerful you are, or show off your money, or show you all the women, or show you all the cars. I've never done that on this channel, and it's there. So like, we have to understand that you don't need to boost your ego, because if you're living as a man of law, because once you commit to law, you have to commit to what it does to your life. And it does to everyone who's chaotic. Understand the reason why they're chaotic is because they don't understand the movements of law and how it works and how you need to operate to make sure you sustain your wealth and abundance and your strength and your structure. They just go out and do whatever the fuck they want, and the laws is fucking them up. You see it outside right now. But you, as a man seeking sovereignty, or if you're already a sovereign man that needs understanding of how it works, you need to be able to sit in that calm space. Because that calm feeling that you have isn't weakness. It's really the most powerful essence you can have. And don't get it fucked up. People feel it. Because kings and men of power don't move in manic. They're very measured. They're very precise. Like, you know what? The best way to explain it is if you've ever watched those YouTube channels of the Navy SEALs who were speaking about their past and what they had to go through. They're some of the most calm men, the most calmest men on the planet. And they present about how they did their mission and what they did in the targets they eliminated in XYZ with very precise wording. And sometimes they really don't like to express that side of them because they don't need to. They already know they're the most dangerous humans on the planet. And they already know because they've proven it year after year, target after target. So they don't need to exert it. And two, they don't want you to feel that power. They want it to just be there. And when they need it, they draw upon it. So you never want to go across those men in bad light. And so they keep calm. Because a lot of the time, if they are not, people get flared up, egos start to flare when they can destroy your life. And so is the power of the king and the man who is measured in his law and his structure. We don't need to express wrath. We don't need to express brutal force onto the world because we want them to see us. We just sit and stay in a neutral spot and abide by the laws that are put in place. Point 2, and I know you've heard me talk about rage before. We're gonna break this one down now. Rage is not power, it's uncontrolled pressure. Exploding doesn't make you feared, it makes you fragile. If you've ever been in a fight before, I hope you have as a man, and if you haven't, then that's okay. But understand that if rage is what you're going off of to show power, you don't have any power. Because if you ever go up against people who know how to fight and you come to them with rage, they're just calculating and seeing how long you last. Either that, or they're just countering every rageful movement. Because rage is so uncontrolled that it has no precision. It has no rhythm. It has no anything because you don't have structure and you're not disciplined to understand and move that rage through the structure of law to then make an output that deems as lethal, deems as the right move, deems as pushing you forward, right? You don't even know what to do. So as soon as you come into a fight with all this rage and you're yelling and you're running at somebody or you're swinging uncontrollably, the person is just going to dodge you and find a very weak point because you're not structured enough to protect it. You're just running off of rage. So either rage is going to exhaust you and burn you out in a fight, or it's going to leave your vulnerable spots open because all you're doing is worrying about letting out this pressure that you don't have fucking structured. That's not structured. So now you're getting your ass beat. And you are just this big macho man who is yelling. Let's be very clear here. This isn't about fighting, but this is about understanding that the emotion of rage is real. You are going to have a rage in the pit of your stomach, and if you're very masculine and very competitive, you're going to feel it every single day. And your ability to channel it through your structure of law and allow the outcome to then push you forward, because now you've transmuted that rage into execution. It's not just, oh, I'm so angry and the world needs to know I'm mad, or, oh, I'm so angry, so now I'm going to take it out on everybody externally from me. No, it's taken in, it's understood, decoded, and then expressed through disciplined execution. Because rage without law is just high volume chaos. And you're just going to be a high volume person. And you'll realize that people, if you take this on a relationship standpoint or connectivity standpoint, people are going to avoid you. Not because you're powerful and they don't want to come and this is you showing a mirror like we talked about before. This is not that. They're staying away from you so they don't get burned from the uncontrolled rage that you have. And a lot of you got to understand that. Powerful men do not put themselves around men that are uncontrollable. Because if you can't control yourself and we are in a position where you must hold frame, I don't want to be around you, because the situation calls for impenetrable silence and stillness and the ability to follow whatever the fucking ranking rules are in that room. And if you are chaotic because you allowed your emotions not to go through a lawful structure and we get fucked up, we get killed, we get into a bad situation, we lose money, we lose the business deal, whatever the fucking thing that we're trying to get out of this room is, and you fuck it up because of uncontrolled pressure and emotions, I don't ever want to be around you. So a lot of you may find yourself not being in the right rooms with the right people, or you get into the rooms with the right people, but you have no structure put in place for your rage to be channeled through and the law to sieve out and show you what to do. So now you go into the room and you now show everybody else that is more powerful than you, that you could have used as a tool to get to your next checkpoint, or became a connected person with that individual. You've now lost that ability or that opportunity because you're uncontrolled. I need you to understand that power is contained intensity, not public combustion. You want to be more powerful? Shut the fuck up and sit in your structure of law. Next point. Oh, y'all might be out of here early. Stillness is a sign of sovereignty. You want to be sovereign? You got to learn how to be still. If you're aspiring to be sovereign, which just means that you have full control of your life and full ability to do whatever you want, you're not controlled by anything. So if you control your life and you control everything that you do, and a lot of times you control a lot of the things around you and the people around you, you don't have to be rah and be seen. And you usually don't want to be seen. But what that means is that I don't have to argue. I've decided the outcome. Like we said before, if you are going to go through law, because before you become sovereign, let me break this down for you piece by piece. Before you become sovereign, law is going to run you through the fucking course. Right? Because you have to lose your ego. You have to lose your idea of self. You have to lose all the false identities that you've attached yourself to. Like we've been talking about the last fucking 5 to 10 videos. You have to go through the rigorous course of losing everything and everybody and all the identities that you think you are, but you're not. All of the fucking mindsets that you attach yourself to, but you're not. All of the ego and the corners of ego. Ego must be destroyed completely. Why? If you earn the ability to be sovereign, you cannot lean on anything egotistical, any mindset that is not of you, and you have to abide by law. So ego in a mindset that's not yours, and or attaching yourself to an identity that does not fucking display who you truly are, if you don't know who the fuck you are, you will never be able to abide by the law. The fucking law made by your government. I mean the laws of the realm. Because once you start to live in law, you will now realize that you have to stay in law. Because the second you get out of it, you're gonna get destroyed. And I mean completely obliterated. To then what? Build you back up correctly. So law isn't just this heat-seeking thing that's like, yep, who can we destroy today? No. It's just the rules of the realm. So you have to abide by them. And the second you don't, you're going to crash down. Might not be today, might not be next week, might not be a month from now, might not even be a year or 2 years from now. But I promise you, 3 years from now, your ass is on the ground. Right? Building up yourself again. And you see it time and time again. Men try to go against law, and then when it's time for the pendulum to swing back, and you get the negative, the adverse of wherever the fuck you was at, and pushing hard towards, you're going to get destroyed. If men are leading with their egos, if you are trying to teach men, and all you're teaching them is going after ego, lust, and all of the bullshit that does not progress them forward, and your duty, and your job, and your sole mission was to teach them law, oh, trust and believe. You're going to push, force yourself into a positive space where you're getting money, you got all the bitches, you got all the cars, the homes, the this, the that, the business partner, You get all the way up here. And guess what the fuck is coming to destroy you? The adverse of where you just came from. Because if you're pushing in one direction, equal and opposite reaction has to give you what the fuck you're doing. So if you're pushing in the wrong direction, oh, you're going to be brought all the way back. So now I'm going to show you. Which is what the laws do. I'm going to show you what you need to be doing and how you need to be doing it. So let me destroy every fucking piece of your ego, your misfalsified fucking identities, all of that shit you was speaking over here. Let me show you why that's wrong. And I don't ever ever desire to be in that position. And you see it every day, and that's what blows my fucking mind. A lot of men only cling to that because there's no one speaking about the truth, and because the truth looks so fucking peaceful and boring, you cling to it as softness, and so you follow the rah-rah nigga. But now the rah-rah nigga is gonna get destroyed by the pendulum. And now it's like, holy shit. So you and yourself understand the laws without really understanding them, but you see it. Because you're like, oh, that's an egotistical filled blah, blah, blah. But it's masculine enough, and I never earned the masculinity from my father because he was a cuck bitch ass nigga, and everybody around him was cucking pussy. So let me just follow an extreme masculine man. And then the extreme masculine man get fucking torn down by law. Yo, this shit's funny as fuck because I'm sitting here watching it like, when you start to understand law and know what it is, true, like in depth, and you study it every single day and you follow law, everything around you becomes like satire. Because now it's like, I see your downfall. I see you're lying. That's never gonna work. You're honestly the weakest person in the room, while you just sit there quiet, understanding like, yep. Yep. And every room you walk into, you polarize because you are the strongest and most powerful person in the room. You see how this works? So you want to understand law so it doesn't destroy you. So I promise you, if you want to be sovereign, you need to learn to be still. And a lot of that just requires the stillness, like the stillness. Let me explain what the stillness is. Stillness for you is just going to be a time for you to understand yourself and understand law. And that's why I'm here speaking upon law and the masculine duty as for you as a man. I do it every day. So to be still, you must learn and understand yourself first. Not the egotistical sides of you, not the fucking false identities, not that fucking influence that your friends and family give you. No. You. Who are you? What are you destined to do? What are you putting every part of your energy, or what you should be putting every part of your energy to reach? Where is it that you're trying to go? So once you start to get a full understanding of who you are, then it's like, okay, cool. I've learned how to get rid of manipulation from the influence of people. I've learned that my ego that I had falsely in the top of my brain that created the identity that I now have destroyed. Oh shit, okay, cool. None of those are me, and now you understand how to see and sieve out. So you're learning all these skills while being still, but at the same time, you're learning law so that when you rebuild yourself into the person that you know you can be, you can move correctly so that the pendulum don't come for you if you had followed the egotistical falsified identity. You see where I'm going with this? So be sovereign, but before you get to being sovereign, you really need to operate in stillness. You need to learn the ins and out of it so you can see all the traps. And then you're gonna have to double back, because even when you learn all the traps, there's still gonna be potholes, people, old addictions, new addictions, all these things are gonna try to come and pull you back from being sovereign, or pulling you out of your stillness so that the fucking pendulum can come and get your ass. And now, once you go through the stillness and you're now sovereign, you will now be the most powerful person in the room, because now there's no need to be rah-rah, there's no need to da-da. You stay neutral because you understand that there's no need. I've already made my decision. And if there's any discrepancy in the room that is a threat to my life or anybody around me, I can now become any part that I need to be without emotional outrage, and now everything is executed through precision. I take you out, I'll fight you, I shoot you, I do whatever I need to do. You know what I mean? So it's that. It's learning and understanding that stillness is to show you who you are, and that your sovereignty will come once you've gone through the hard fucking fire of burning every false part of you, so that now when you live in law, you no longer have to worry about the law coming to destroy you, because now you can live within law and by law. If you're still yelling to be heard, you're not him, my friend. So I'd really advise you to join Objective U so that we can teach you stillness, silence, and execution to live by law. That's all we do. Teach you how to become sovereign. And so that when your backbone breaks out through the stillness, because it's going to happen, that you have a community and you have something you can lean on as you learn how to gain your money, because one, that's huge. You have to learn how to make money outside of the system. It's a big thing that we teach in there. Next, you also need to be able to wield the power once you have it without allowing the emotions to destroy your structure like you're currently moving. So download that ebook, and while you're here, like, comment, and subscribe if you're learning anything. Next, maybe I wasn't gonna get you out of here early. Power doesn't flinch. When you're a powerful man, there's no need to flinch. I have no reason to move a bone, because not only am I living by the laws that I'm speaking out of my mouth, so I'm actually in fucking control. Because the laws of the realm, I know them and I practice them every single day so that I never forget them. So you can't be destroyed by the realm, and realistically the realm is now bending in your favor. So why am I going to be chaotic and rowdy? No, I'm going to be still and quiet, because discipline is very calm when you've already chosen the outcome. I've chosen the outcome. I've chosen what I wanted. I know where I'm going. I know how I'm going to get there. And the laws of the realm have to bend to me. That's what I want you to start to get into your brain, is that when you start to actually take on power, real power, not the fucking show, blah, blah, blah. All of that other shit, I understand you want it, but once you get it, it's just gonna be another thing. Like, once I bought the car that I wanted, okay. I started to fuck the girls that I wanted, okay. Started to fly first class, okay. Sleep in the biggest hotel, okay. Right? Like, it all becomes just a part of who you are, because it's a byproduct of living by law. So now that you live by law, you want to continue to enforce it. And by enforcing it, all you have to do is stay calm, because you realized how powerful you are. So all of that external shit doesn't really matter. And hey, if you want the external and that's all you focus on, go ahead and get it, my boy. But when the pendulum comes and smack your ass, just remember this video and remember that you saw it. Because you're probably trying to fill an ego or a gap within your masculinity that must be filled by following law. And the reason why you can't fill it correctly is because you don't want to go through the hardship that law brings. So you take the quick dopamine rush of trying to get the car, making these quick, fast money plays that aren't big. They're fast, they're not big. So you can do these fast money plays over and over and over, and then there's gonna get to a point where you get it. You get it all. You get the hoes, the cars, the food, the places, the trips, the this, that, that. And then what happens? You realize that you've now, and the reason I laugh is not because I'm making fun of you. I've been in that position. You've made all the money. You've gotten everything that any man could fucking think of or want, because at a certain level, it all becomes the same, bro. But once you get there and you realize that there is still a fucking hole in your masculinity and that you did all of this off of a false ego, the pendulum, once you know that you're in the wrong spot, holy fuck. At that time when I went through it, I didn't know what the pendulum swing was, but I knew I had taken the wrong road, right? Felt good. Bro, spending $500-600 on 4 shots, $700 on 4 shots. Shit was crazy, right? I'm staying in penthouses, this, that, the third. But, bro, you know you're in the wrong space. And once you realize you're in the wrong space, you look down the road and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? And then I was always into reading, but at that point I was just reading business books. And so now you read you start to read the more how the realm is made. So business teaches you how to make money, and how to deal with people. But that only is a precursor to the real laws of the realm. So then you start to slowly get into the real laws, and then you realize at the top of this mountain that you're on that, oh shit, there's a pendulum swing. There's an energetic shift that's coming to take you off of your mountaintop because you climbed the wrong fucking mountain. So bro, it's like you gotta strap up, you gotta ante up, you gotta get ready, because now every falsehood that you just clung on to and you thought was your identity, and now you realize like, oh shit, this is not it. It has to go. And that means you're it's not about what happens physically, because realistically, physically, you're gonna be fine. Mentally, holy fuck, it destroys you mentally. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This power that you're asking for, you have to earn it. It's not quick and fast. Oh, I got it. No, it's slow. It's a slow burn. And then, but the slow, hear me out now. The slow burn then turns into huge combustion, right? And when you get that feeling, like I have that feeling now, right? In the beginning, bro, I've gone through 3 ego deaths, major ego deaths, right? Now, when you're at the one that ignites the true power that you've had, because now you fully understand law, and now you can embody law and just live that way, like non-stop without disruption. That is where the real power comes, because now the world just bends to whatever the fuck you say. Then you start to understand what manifestation and all that shit is. But them niggas don't teach it right, because they don't tell you the masculine part. You have to execute, and you have to come with that rage. You still gotta have that flame and fire in you, but now it's just redirected into a system. And then you can now be disciplined and be peaceful. I got all the power, bitch. What you expect? You think I need to praise and look for approval? Nigga, I could do whatever I want. And I could end you if I needed to. That sort of power you can't trust. Universe can't give you that sort of power because you haven't learned shit. You haven't learned yourself enough to be able to keep it tucked and silent. So I really want you to understand that power that you're looking for, the reason it's not gonna flinch, the power that you're looking for, the reason it's not going to flinch once you obtain it is because you already understand the entire spectrum of power. Because people who don't have it and people who have all of it are on the same spectrum. So it's better for you to learn the people who don't have it, right? Go through the whole spectrum from top to bottom and then realize what it truly is, like what the spectrum is in its totality. And now you can be like, okay, cool. I can turn it on, turn it off, do whatever I want. Because I'm like, when you hear people talk about a video game, yeah. Because once you have the power and the laws of the realm don't just punish you. They purify you. They polish you. They get rid of all your impurities. And so now when you have the power, you don't have to flinch. You don't get scared. You don't get worried. You don't get all of this extra shit. And when I say you don't get those emotions, it's not that they don't come. It's that they come and now they go through a structure that you learned during your refinement process. And it's so fucking sturdy because the pressurized it so much that now it's just who you are. And when the emotions come, like I said in 2 videos ago, they're just messengers at this rate. So when I feel fear, I know that I should be courageous because fear has hit me before. So when fear is like, no, run and stop and be stagnant, I'm like, bitch, nigga, I know what you're telling me. You're telling me to do the fucking courageous thing that's making me fearful. And you're telling me that there's something in there that I probably haven't been exposed to yet. But I don't really care because I have this solid ass structure. And I've lived and gone through hardship that most men can't even fathom. So it's like, oh shit, I'm powerful as fuck. I don't have to flinch. Everything comes at you when you're powerful, but it's not that you don't feel it because you're still human. It's that you've learned so much through your physical realm that has taught you the spiritual warfare, because again, they mimic each other. So you've been in this spiritual warfare so long that, hey, it is what it is. I don't need to react emotionally. I've been through the fucking ringer already. And now the universe and laws have given me and bestowed to me the power that I wanted. And now I know how to use it and I don't flinch. But you have to stay in law because the pendulum, again. And that's the beauty of going up to the top, being crashed down and then being brought back up. I think that's what the story of Job is. I don't think it's about whatever the fuck they just talking about. I think it's Job is at the top of the fucking mountain, gets destroyed, and has to understand your entire existence and being and who you are and still believe in yourself enough so that when you get it back, you know, you one, have more appreciation for it, but two, you sustain the disciplines and laws that you learned when being destroyed on how to keep it this time. Well, I really don't give a fuck. We're here for a long time. So hey, most men are Addicted to noise. A lot of you are addicted to noise because you misunderstand the fact that noise is stimulation. And so that stimulation gives you a feeling of progress. But that progress that you think you're making, you're not really making any. Progress comes from daily silent execution within your disciplined law. That's what it is. You have to follow certain things over and over and over and over and become bored. That then gives you the peace. Get rid of all of the things around you that take you away from that fucking schedule or routine and continue. And then you get your outcomes because you understand where you were going and how you're going to get there. But what stimulation does, stimulation gives you all of these options. Drugs, money, sex, attention. Attention's a huge one. All of these things that cause the fog in your vision, like we talked about. The fog in your vision is what's then going to make you feel like, okay, you yourself know you're not fucking going. I know you know that. You know you're not going nowhere when all that stimulation is fogging your vision because you can't see. But because the pussy feel good, the money look real good, and it allows you to do cool shit that you've never done before, and maybe the attention gives you the approval that you were looking for, you feel good. So you think it's momentum or progress. But realistically, what did I say before? You're going up a mountain that's gonna come down because you're not really going towards the path that you know you should be. But because you can do these things, because maybe you fronted and you've been the mask that you put on every day has gotten you enough so that the women that you didn't have access to before give you a little attention, right? She validates you. You're still looking for validation, little ass boy, right? Your parents may now see a little bit of that money coming in. So now they're like, ooh, good job, good job. You're getting that fucking approval, that permission slip that we talked about. And attention from outsiders that before didn't give you attention, but now you're getting it. So now you feel like, oh, I'm getting a little attention, Aka, you know? No, no, my friend. You, my friend, are on your path to demise. You must clear all of that. Follow law. And understand that stimulation is not progress. Because if you can't sit in silence, you don't have real power. You're just performative. So you're performing like a fucking circus monkey for everybody around you to give you some sort of praise or acknowledgement or validation, right? That justifies you being or continuing the egotistical path or whatever path that you pick, the false identity. And sometimes it's not even that it's egotistical. Sometimes it's that you're performing so that you don't lose the approval of the people that you've now gained. So you're scared, you're in a trap for real. And that's not power. You're really leaking your energy. And then you wonder why you're so groggy, you're so tired, you can't really work out fully the way that you know you're not gonna gain any muscle for real because your body is rejecting you. And all of this shit because it's exhausted of the fucking vampires outside. The energy vampire, they're coming for you, bro. They're taking all of your energy from you and now you got none for yourself. So now the fog is in your vision and you can't see forward to the path that you should be going. And now you're lost. You don't know what to do. Hey, and so now you're probably on YouTube looking for videos and I'm the right nigga to give you this information because now you need to look at your life and see where you can apply it. Because I promise you, you're probably you're performing because you care too much about people's opinions of you. And you haven't learned the true opinion of yourself, which is what you need to do first to gain power. Power comes at the end. Power doesn't get given in the beginning, it's at the end. And you have to earn it and earn every ounce of it. And the second that you like do something or disown or stop following the rules or the laws, you lose your power. So you have to respect the power. That's why you see like powerful men, when they come up towards each other, it's not really confrontational because true power, bro, I'm not going to come and disrespect you, right? I'm gonna lead with the respect first because I know where I'll take it once we get into a disrespectful situation. So most times, powerful men are really silent, and when they fucking get, not disrespected, but if there's any friction, they lead with the soft, gentle hand first. And the other man, if he is powerful as well, and he understands the dynamic of how this shit goes, he's going to give you respect too. Nod his head, excuse me, brother. All of that comes first before we get to violence. Because we get to violence very quickly once you're disrespectful. But I don't need to exert my power to show you that I'm powerful. I'm going to lead with respect because I understand what I'm capable of. And I don't ever want to exert that for no reason, because that in itself takes energy out of me. So I keep it there. It's right. And don't get it, like, really, please don't ever get it fucked up. That part of you, it sits behind a screen door. You know how thin a screen door is. It sits right there, bro. And sometimes it be provoking you to do it, but you have to understand the laws of the realm have given you, bestowed upon you, the power that you've been looking for how long? There's no need to lose it over something petty and stupid. Power doesn't need reassurance. You're so confident and sit in that powerful space that when you're calm and peaceful, I don't need to be rah-rah. I am who I am. I understand who I am. And I understand the environment I'm in. So I just chill out. And I don't need the environment to tell me that I'm powerful, because I know it. And like, you'll start to understand, because the world around you is going to react to your power, right? So everyone around you is reacting to what you have, like the power that you have. I wish there was a way that you could see it in real time. And I mean, hey, you're going to see it in a couple months. I'm going to start doing these IRL things to go outside in real life to show you in real time what it looks like. But the energy and aura that you exude from your existence is going to change and polarize rooms so much that people have no choice but to respond to your power or react to your power. Have no choice. And then you have all discretion to do whatever you want, because now you're powerful and I have nothing to prove. I don't need the reassurance because I've already gone through the heat, the fire. So I don't need you to tell me I'm powerful. I know it. And then the world just starts giving you what you want, like everything you want. Go get it. One more, just because why not drain it out a little longer. Calm is the final form of control. When you're a man of power, there's no need to get skittish. There's no need to allow your emotions to sway you. There's no need to act in any sort of erratic way. You just are, because you've chosen and decided what's going to happen in every outcome, because you know that you can lean on what? Systems. Systems are going to get you to where you need to go. Systems are going to give you all of the information that you need, because they're fucking held into place by law. They're pressurized by law. Anything that comes into this system is going to be filtered 10 times over through law. What the fuck are you talking about, Mr. Brown? When you have law in your system and you study law every day, it's not like you have to start spending time with understanding law over and 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 over. Why? So that you don't lose the very power that you battled for. You don't want to get wrecked by the law. The very law that you're studying, you don't want to get wrecked by it, because when it wrecks you, it's not that you're being punished. You're not being punished. It's not coming to punish you, it's coming to purify you. So when you start to understand that, okay, cool, the purification process that the law is going to drag you through once again, because if you're already powerful, you understand what you have to go through to get it, right? So if you have to go through that once again, bro, you don't want to do that. You don't. It's not a comfortable thing. It's not. You should only be initiated for real, hardcore. You might get like tugged a little bit because you go off track just a touch. But as long as you're not committing full 90-degree direction switches into the wrong lane, you'll never be initiated the way you are in the beginning, right? You might have little blows, you might lose money, girls might leave you, right? Things happen in life, but you're never going to have a redirection back into place if you stay the course. You might have fucking, what are those things? Boundaries, borders, right? That keep you in place. Law is going to make sure you stay in place. But the second you decide that you're going to say fuck it and go off the rails, okay, cool. It's coming for your ass, my boy. It's coming for you. It's going to purify you, bro. And it's going to bring you right back to where you started. So if you already know that it's going to drag your ass right back to the mud since you didn't learn the first time in the initiation process, like, you don't want that for your life. I'm telling you, you don't want it, bro. Oh my days. The final boss to the control that you're looking to have, and control is just power. The power that you're looking to have, that control that you're looking to exert upon the realm, it's calm. When you're calm and you're just in your skin and you can just live and you can still follow your rituals, your morning routines, your disciplines, and your law, there's nothing to be worried about, because everything is going to either come to you or leave to you at the time it's supposed to. You're not going to be destroyed, and you'll come out of it 10 times more powerful. And then when you get all the power, you're just going to be calm because there's no need to react, and you have full systems to rely on that are always going to take you to a place where you're always following your energetic discipline that the law gives you. You're going to feel energized every day. Once you start to follow the law, you're going to feel the energy. Once you get out of the initiation phase, you're going to feel energy. You're still, the pressures of life still come, but the energy that you're given, as long as you're following it to a T, right? We have no time to slack, and I'm not going to yell at you, but we have no time to slack. There's not a question of, oh, should I go here? Should I go to the club? That shit don't even exist, right? You're going to have so much energy going on that you can just chill out. Calm is the final form of power. You don't need loudness to be lethal. You need structure, clarity, and restraint. Download the Unruly Blueprint and start moving like a man who doesn't flinch because he already knows the outcomes. And if none of this made sense to you, argue with your mom so she can explain to you your bullshit.
Boy, Mr. Brown.